Hello YouTube, this is JB and this is Capital JB Comics. In today's video, we are going to cover 3 questions I always get every time someone sees my very small, and I mean small, comic book collection. Question 1. What should I start collecting? Question 2. I haven't been into comics for a while. Where should I start now? Question 3. What are those plastic covering on your comics and what they do and where do they come from? I will be answering all those questions after this.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see.
And we're back. Welcome back, guys. This is JB and let's get through those questions. The first question was, what should I collect? So I made a list of 10 points that I want to cover with you guys. If you don't agree or if I forgot any points you want to add, feel free to add them in the description down low. So point number 1, collect what you love. Comic book collecting should never bring you stress, only joy and excitement. Point number 2, collect what you love. Comic book collecting is not an investment. It is an asset, just like a house. You're not guaranteed to ever make money off of it, nor are you guaranteed to ever be able to resell that book. Point number 3, collect what you love. That being said, guys, let's recap. 1, 2, 3 are collect what you love. Point number 4, first appearances. If you're a fan of Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Iron Man, Hulk, those books are going to be very pricey because their first appearance started in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, and not many people that have them are willing to part with those books. So if you're looking for those books, be ready to pony up some serious cash, even on a mango dog chewed book. But that being said, that doesn't mean that we haven't had any good first appearances since then. For example, we have Ultimate Fallout number 4. This book came out in 2011. It is the first appearance of Miles Morales. He is a version of Spider-Man. This book is a 1 in 25 incentive cover, meaning the comic book shop or dealer had to order 25 copies of the regular cover to get this 25 incentive cover. Here we have Edge of Spider-Verse number 2. This is again a 1 in 25 incentive cover, meaning the comic book shop had to order 25 copies of the regular cover to get this incentive cover. And this is the first appearance of Gwen Stacy as Spider-Woman. In this alternate universe, Gwen Stacy became Spider-Woman instead of Peter Parker. Here we have NYX number 3. This book came out in 2004. This is not an incentive cover. This is the first appearance of Laura Kinney, who is Wolverine's clone / daughter. She was featured in the Logan movie that came out not too long ago. Point number 5, number 1s, but be careful. As we all know, in the 90s, everyone was buying number 1s in order to become rich one day. That didn't happen. So just like rule 1, 2, 3, only collect the books and characters you love. But there is something to be said, because in 2011, DC rebooted everyone in their line, meaning Superman and Batman got a new number 1. This is Batman number 1, 1 in 200 incentive cover, meaning again, the comic book shop or dealer had to purchase 200 covers of the regular book to get this incentive cover. This book nowadays goes for about $600 to $800 US. Point number 6, something significant needs to happen in that book, as in someone dies, someone gets a new costume, or a new power. Speaking of new powers, in this book, Superman number 38, Superman gains a new power. It says so right there on the cover. This is a 1 in 100 incentive book. Number 7. In 2006, people started collecting books just based on the covers. And I think this book is what started it all. This cover is done by artist Adam Hughes. And I don't think I know anyone that ever read this actual book. They just love this book because of the beautiful cover. This is one of the top 10 most beautiful covers in all of modern comic books. So people collect books based on the covers based by Adam Hughes, Jim Lee, J. Scott Campbell. So figure out which artists you love and look for their popular covers. Number 8. I've been talking about incentive covers. There's incentive covers from 1 in 10, 1 in 25, 1 in 50, 1 in 100, all the way to 1 in 5,000, meaning the comic book shop or dealer had to buy a certain amount of the regular cover to get that incentive cover. Point number 9. Popular series like Walking Dead, Saga. If they have incentive books or convention books, then you should definitely get those books. This book is a retailer incentive edition cover, meaning other retailers were invited to this convention just for retailers, and as a thank you, they all got that incentive cover book. And those books usually find themselves online for purchase at a premium. So be on a lookout for those kind of books. Number 10. Do your homework before buying a book. It doesn't mean that it's posted for a certain amount that it's worth that amount. So always do your homework, have a max amount that you are willing to pay and are comfortable with, and don't go over that amount. And also remember, if you lose on a book, there are always another book. It's like buying a house. There's always another house. Therefore, there's always another book. So that concludes the first question, that was, what should I collect? Let's move on to question 2. What is a good jump on point to start reading comics? Personally, I started reading comics, actually purchasing comics, when DC started with their New 52. And the reason for that is because before that, I would go into a comic book shop with the intent of purchasing a Superman comic or a Wonder Woman comic, but it would be like Superman 750, Wonder Woman 655, and I felt lost. I felt like I needed to go back to Superman number 1 and read everything until that point and read it from there. So I never did purchase a book until DC's New 52. When it comes to Marvel, they reboot their books pretty often. Actually, this summer they're starting a new reboot with a bunch of number 1. So I feel like that would be a good jump on point for Marvel. But DC, I would say New 52 is a good start because everything that happens in New 52 bleeds into DC reboot. Question 3. What are those plastic containers you have your books in? What do they do and what purpose do they serve? So let's start with the oldest and most popular of the bunch, CGC. CGC came on the scene in January 2000. It stands for Certified Guaranteed Company. It's just a branch of a much larger company that also grade coins, posters, magazines, baseball cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards, art, anything that can be graded or added in a plastic slab, they do. The whole purpose of CGC and grading companies is to take the guessing out of the game. Before CGC buying comic books, you would have a seller that would exaggerate on the condition of his books in order to obtain the most money possible. On the other hand, you would have a buyer trying to dispute the grade and condition of the book in order to get the book at the cheapest price possible. So CGC came out with the grading service that starts from 10, which is the highest, all the way down to 0.5. So everyone agreed what a graded 10 book looks like and what a 0.5 book looks like. So that eliminated that problem right from the start. Also, some books were being restored and advertised as original condition books. So CGC has a way to detect if a book has been restored or had work done. If a book is found to have restoration, that book will have a purple label. So that's how you can tell if you're buying a book that has been modified or restored from CGC. Many books has signatures on them, and as you know, the same condition book, one with a autograph and one without, the one with the autograph has the potential to be sold at hundreds, if not thousands of dollars more. So CGC came out with its yellow label, is signature series. To get that label, you have to have a CGC employee or CGC authorized individual to witness the book getting signed. So that's how you get a yellow label. But CGC is not the only kid on the block. We also have PGX, which stands for Professional Grading Experts. PGX offers the exact same services that CGC does, but it also offers one that CGC doesn't. It offers a verified signature program where if you have a book that has been autographed by someone but not witnessed by anyone, you can send it to PGX and they can authenticate the signature for you. After that, we have CBCS that I think came on the scene in 2014. I would say CGC is first, CBCS is a close second. CBCS offers the same services that PGX and CGC offers. It also has a signature verification programs, and this is a example of it. A signature verified CBCS book will have a red label, a universal book will have a blue label just like CGC, and a signature series will also have a yellow label just like CGC. If you live abroad like in Europe, you have the choices of other grading companies. You don't have to send it all the way back to the United States to get them graded. You have the option of EGS, that stands for European Grading Service. Anyone that lives in France, Italy, Germany, Portugal, Spain, they all send their books to EGS. Also, you have a company called Halo Certifications. Halo Certifications takes care of anyone that is in Australia and the UK. So, and as you can see, they also all have the same grading system as CGC, PGX, and CBCS. And that is that. So this concludes our video. We've answered 3 main questions that I always get. Question 1 is, what should I collect? Again, collect what you love and what you are passionate about. Question 2, what is a good jump on point to start reading comics again? If you're a DC fan, I would say New 52 is a solid start off point. And if you're a Marvel fan, a startup point is coming up soon in the summer when they reboot a bunch of their books again. Also, I forgot to mention that the plastic slabs also offer a layer of protection against damage, water spills, and drops. Also, guys, I really love sharing the little bit of knowledge that I have. I've only been collecting for about 4 to 5 years. My collection and my knowledge are still very limited, so please, if you have anything to add them in the comment, and let's all share and grow together. If you are new to my channel, please like and subscribe so I can provide more content in the future. Thank you and take care.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you.